All right, welcome back, Prospect Live viewers. We're back with another 2020 MLB Draft Player Profile. Joining me today, of course, courtesy of PerfectGame.org, is PG's National Scouting Supervisor. That is Brian Sikowski. Brian, today we're breaking down Arizona catcher. I say that with a question mark. Austin Wells, one of the better bats that I saw last summer on the Cape. As I said off air, he's a guy that's, especially early on, was sort of neck and neck with Nick Gonzalez for, who's the potential best offensive player or position player, on the Cape this summer. Left-handed bat, quick, powerful, vicious, makes really loud contact, puts the ball in the air a lot. I don't know if he's going to stick behind the plate. Probably not. It's a weak arm too, so he's not the kind of guy that, if we move to robo umps, I'm going to say robo umps, that he's really going to be able to play there, because the arm, I think, is going to be more important with robo umps, because framing will obviously be less important, more than likely. But I saw him play all three outfield positions. I think he's a guy that at the very least probably could play first base, but more than likely could play a decent left field. Won't be an awful left fielder. He is pretty athletic. He can run a little bit. What are your thoughts on Wells? I don't want to hog the spotlight here.
No, man, like we talked about before the show, you've seen him more than I have, so by all means. But yeah, he was a PG All-American, guy that we saw quite a bit in high school. He's a draft eligible sophomore. It's bat, it's bat, like we talked about. It's a left-handed bat that has always had a really good approach. He's always gotten on base a ton. He hits for power. He hits for power. You're worried about the positional value, like you said, and I think a part of the reason he's down boards is because, maybe it's not a common enough thought that he could play the outfield. Maybe it's just not a well branching type of thought in the general consensus of the industry. So I think if someone had established, hey, this is a left field option, we'd be talking about this dude higher. But as it sits, like you're talking about an impact bat from the left side of the plate, even if he's got to play first base, even if he's got a DH, this is a guy whose bat has the potential to hold value at the big league level. He should walk a lot. He should hit for power. He should hit for a good average. Like you said, the violence of it stands out, and that's something, man. Like, I love it. We talked about it with Austin Hendrick too. The violence of a swing that's attractive. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like, impact that guy who should be in the middle of a big league order, like not too far from now.
Yeah, and I think that's the other part of it too. Despite being a draft eligible sophomore, he seems like a guy that could move relatively quickly up the ranks. A lot of people are mocking him out at the back end of that first round right now. Some saying, into the second round. A lot of competitive balance picks. Any teams that you think potentially could be targeting him? I've heard the Yankees. I've heard the Twins. Anyone else that could be in the mix there, you think, for Wells, maybe even earlier?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's in play even more than higher up than we might be talking about. To a team who really buys the bat and doesn't really even care about the position. That's late teens, early 20s. Maybe could see a team like, yeah, we love the bat. He's our guy. And vice versa. If teams are really worried about the positional value, then he could slide a little bit. But I don't really think he's in danger of getting past pick 35 or something like that.
Awesome. Well, there we go. That was our breakdown. Austin Wells, Arizona catcher, MLB Draft Player Profile. We'll be back with a few more.